A very good day I wish to all of you. Welcome to our forum for today. I am Pooja and I'll be the moderator for today's forum, Public Relations as a Communication Field of Studies. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our panelists for today. Together with me are four wonderful panelists for today, Mr. Evander, Ms. Ratu, Ms. Rindi, and Mr. Rafi. Now, before we dive into the forum for today, here's a brief introduction to public relations. As we all know, public relations is an important communication discipline that involves the development and management of communication and relationship between an individual and organization. Public relations is becoming increasingly important as a distinct and significant field of studies within the world of communication. It is a diverse field that involves communicating to audience on the goals, objectives, policies, and practices of an organization in order to establish and maintain mutual understanding and satisfaction. Now, I would like to invite our panels to share some insights on public relations. So, Mr. Rafi, what do you think about the importance of public relations in the current setting or today? Can you share your insight on it?
Okay, thank you, Pooja, for the time. So I will introduce about our concept explanations. In our concept, we mention PR or public relation role in a lot of concept, but we took only one. The main of our idea is crisis management. In a simple way, crisis management it's a way uh, of public relations to solve the problem in some institutions or in some or organizational institutions or some company. In our articles, we mention about Malaysia Airlines MH 370 incidents to our articles. We mentioned about uh, how Malaysia Airlines PR deliver and managing the crisis management in a good way as public relations. So I give it more explanations to our panelists to Rindi Sukma. Thank you.
Well, that was such an insightful information, Mr. Rafi. In today's connected world, public relation (PR) is a critical and focusing on reputation management, communication, relationship media, stakeholder engagement, observation. Public relation changes public opinion, foster trust, promotes long-term success. And like you have mentioned, Mr. Rafi, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, public relation was critical in the crisis management and reputation protection, which resolving stakeholder concerns, protecting the organization reputation, and rebuilding confidence of the organization. Now, I'm so sorry for interrupting you, Miss Rindy. Then what about your point of view?
All right. I agree with Mr. Rafi opinion. So, in my opinion, is public relation is a strategic approach towards the creation of goodwill and brand image through the through developing a cordial relationship between the organization and its target audience. Public relation help organization such as build trust, manage their reputation, communicate effectively, and navigate a crisis. Here's some reason why public relation is important in the current setting and even for the future. Is it that public relation builds relation with a multitude of audience depending on the business focus, such as the media, investors, government, community, customers, and employees. This helps organization create a stronger brand reputation and increase their public perception and sentiment. Moreover, public relation can be used a tool to complete many kinds of business goals and tasks, such as creating brand awareness, create crisis management, product integration, event management, and more. That's all from me about the importance of public relation in the current setting or this day and for the future.
Well, thank you, Miss Rindi. I actually both agree with both of you, Miss Rindi and also Mr. Rafi. I believe public relation is a deliberate method to promote goodwill and brand image through trust, reputation management, effective communication, and crisis management. It assists organizations in developing relationship with variety of audience, such as the media, investors, government, community, customers, and employees, leading to a stronger bond of trust. PR can also be used, as we all know, a variety of commercial objectives, such as awareness, crisis management, product integration, and event management. Now, moving on to the following question, Mr. Emmander, if I may ask about the steps involved in the planning process or example of public relation in the current setting. The floor is yours.
Okay, sure. I have three action steps for this topic. The first one is to analyze situations such as evaluation the organization reputation, stakeholder perception, and industry trend. The second is step goals, such as defining clear and measurable goals that align with the overall goals of the organization. And the last is target audience in identification. For example, like target audience segment based on demographic, physiographic, and communication preference to effectively tailor message. This action show how a public relation worker would handle a dispute in the community by using active listening, clear communication, collaborative effort, inclusive event, and education program. Organization can plan and run effective public relations campaign that help them reach their goals, engage their target audience, and improve their reputation and relationship with stakeholder. So, what do you think about my explanation, Ms. Ratu? Would you like to share about it?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Evander, for the explanation. Overall, your explanation demonstrate a comprehensive understanding of how public relations workers can handle a dispute in the community. It emphasized the importance of strategic planning, targeted messaging, and engagement with stakeholders. I would like to add about Marston's four-step RACE model describes the PR process. So there are four steps, which are research, action, communication, and evaluation. The first step is research. PR should conduct research to gather information and diagnose the problem, identify and understand the important issues. For example, in the case of the disappearance of flight MH370 of Malaysian Airlines, public relations played a crucial role by thoroughly investigating the cause and compiling relevant information. The second is action. PR should conduct a situation analysis to understand existing issues, challenges, and opportunities. They should also set measurable objectives aligned with the organization's overall goals. The next step is communication, which is so important. PR has to understand their target audience and deliver messages through appropriate channels. Effective communication played a crucial role. Specialized communication channels were implemented, impacted families were provided assistance and kept informed through frequent meetings, and personnel was supported to maintain their moral and well-being. The last step is evaluation. Evaluating campaign outcome against the major goals and continuously assessing performance and measuring press coverage. These steps help organizations address conflicts, engage their target audience, and manage their reputation effectively. Thank you.
Well, from what I have heard, Mr. Emmander and Ms. Ratu has shared that, I can conclude that the successful public relation effort involves scenario analysis, goal setting, audience segmentation, and also organization that can achieve objective, engage target audience, and strengthen their reputation through active listening and clear communication, inclusive events, and educational programs. And the PR process follows, like what Ms. Ratu has mentioned, Marston's 4 steps race model involving information gathering, issues and identification, goal setting, problem solving, specialized channels, and staff support. Regular evaluation of news coverage and campaign performance and the outcomes of that ensure success. Okay, now before we wrap up the forum for today, here is my take on PR. I believe public relation is a strategic communication process that manages information flow between an organization and its stakeholder, aiming to boost the public reputation, build relationship, and promote our communication like how we are currently doing so. It plays a crucial role in managing crises like MH370, preventing harm to a company's reputation. In in obvious case, like we have all mentioned today, the case of Malaysian Airlines MH370, PR was essential in managing communication, allying stakeholder concerns. Like we have known that stakeholders are always concerned about the current issues or any problems that is faced by a particular country and preserving the current company's reputation. In a conclusion, public relations plays a crucial role in handling the MH370 crisis and it helped Malaysian Airlines navigate the crisis with minimal reputation harm. The company maintained public trust by implementing proficient crisis communication, managing relation, addressing stakeholder concern, utilizing social media, demonstrating empathy, and also collaborating with authorities to help us cover up the issue, more like help us build a rapport with the whoever were involved with the issue or the family members, and prioritizing reputation management. Well, I guess that is all for today's forum. I would like to thank all the panelists for today, Mr. Rafi, Ms. Rindy, Mr. Evander, and Ms. Ratu for joining us today and were willing to attend to discuss today's forum, Public Relations as a Communication Field of Studies. I hope this forum is able to provide useful information for all the esteemed attendees for today. Thank you and have a nice day.